How do you evict someone when they've paid their rent and they have a lease? I mean, I guess it works differently when you're royal because apparently, according to page 6, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, have are being evicted, and I am speechless. Actually, I'm like, wow, really? Didn't they pay over $2 million to the British state for the property and for the renovations and so on and so forth? And the king is apparently gifting the house to Prince Andrew, who is being evicted from Royal Lodge because of his his misconduct, I guess, with that woman Virginia. Um, wow. It just gets more and more crazy. I would say that Frogmore Cottage is not very sexy looking. It's not sexy. I don't care what you say. It's a big house, but it's a very boring house. And if I were Meghan and Harry, I'd be like, I'd just graciously let Andrew have it. But I mean, I would kind of want my money back though, wouldn't I? Meghan and Harry should find another sort of um what you call it, they should find a chateau somewhere, if not in France, somewhere else, outside of the UK. And I'm sure they can find many, many places, very regal places. They can call it whatever they want: chateau, lodge, cottage, palace, whatever they want, maison, house, um, anything they want. And it can be so much grander than Frogmore Cottage because Frogmore Cottage, frankly, is, it's a very ordinary looking house from the outside anyway. Don't you agree? Harry and Meghan can just get a castle in Paris, as I said. This one, I wouldn't recommend this one just because it's very expensive. It's like 18 million. So it's like all the money Harry made from his book, he would need to get this chateau. And I don't think it makes sense because it's a nice chateau, but there's so many other nice chateaus. This one is in the north of France, beautiful garden, etc. Yes, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend this one, but there are many others. For example, look at this one, which is not that far from Paris. It's 4.2 million. I haven't checked it out yet. Let's see what's going on here. But look at the landscape, first of all. And it's fit for a duke and a duchess, I would say, and their little children, as a second or third home. I mean, it's a palace. You get your own palace, but be very careful about calling it a palace and, be very sort of private and secretive about it because even in France, you could get into some trouble. I mean, even here you have people who are not so keen on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So you do have to be very careful, Harry and Meghan, in terms of how you move. I mean, you have to move in secret, you have to be quiet. And even if you turn it into income producing real estate, as I recommended, timing is everything. You have to give it some time, maybe a year, hold it, buy it, hold it for a year, do your little decor, renovations, whatever you want to do, and then put it out there when things are a little quieter. Have a management company running it, so on and so forth. And it's only a venue. It's not that you are, planning the weddings for these people or the parties. It's just a venue. You're providing them with the venue. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, the point is that, Meghan and Harry don't need Frogmore Cottage. They don't need Frogmore Cottage. I think they can get a much nicer castle and for a very reasonable price. And they don't, look at this. I like these sort of, castles with these, I don't know what you call these here, but it's so fairy tale, and This one might not be the best location just because it's not as secluded as I think it should be for the kind of privacy they probably would want, you know. But the price is good, and certainly it has a lot of potential. I'm running out of battery here, you know. It's not so huge and unmanageable, and it still can be used as an income producing real estate, you know. Here's another one for 2 million. I haven't looked at it, but I like the pond behind it. But for little children,